The Google Pixel 7 Pro. With Zoom so good, I no longer have to violate the restraining order to see what Sandra's doing at 3 a.m. Thanks, Google. And Bullwinkle was a moose, but is Moosewinkle a bull? Sinus cavities do not agree. Or eat, or color little pictures of pony. Bullwinkle was not a goat. But Goatwinkle isn't not a Bullwinkle? Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Tom Brokaw was seen taking a casual chainsaw-lit stroll with estranged husband Tom Brokaw, prompting the Republican version of Stephen King to argue how he looks different than George Washington Gamgee with Janet Reno growing out of his head, the sighting of which sparked interest from Ghostbusters Quasimodo Pigboy and Roseanne with a Debbie haircut. Ayahuasca Art Brokaw autoerotically asphyxiated himself while his variants brandished various automatic weaponry. Meanwhile, the Ghostbusters shit got too weird even for Brokaw, prompting the Pope to scramble the long-defunct People Busters. Tommy Boy celebrated this PR victory by exploding into confetti and reforming at will. Aykroyd and Ronald Candy Reagan fought the strange MODOK-looking form of ultimate evil, Ryan Williams, and ultimately prevailed at both the ballot box and the box office. Rave Brokaw had no choice but to get down in the glow saw office where the doors don't lock at the press of a button.
Why did the flamethrower cross the road? Because I'm coming to your house next. Our competitors' products merely triangulate on your enemies. Our lethal flying drones octagonulate on them for maximum lethality. Murder in style with more core. Nothing says stop like an octagon in America. Unlike traffic signs. I don't know what kind of cephalopod they're milk. I've seen it in trees and in plastics, but I can't identify the type, the configuration. It's something that they're doing and it bamboozles the eye and mind. And I can't find the wherefore of it or the why. I don't know what I for. What purpose could they be doing this for? Cephalopods are not known for sociability, yet the behavior I'm seeing is completely unprecedented, and they're like, yeah. I went in and asked to speak to the head of the department, and they're like, oh, take this seriously. What if this was like in the movie Independence Day when they went in and Jeff Goldblum told them everything? If they're like, the fucking world blew up, man. God. So I'm gonna call him back tomorrow. My mud bumble is an assortment of odd jungles, all jumbled together in my bungalow. Potatoes that. I live in a vermin. I am a vermin swine. Sniff. Sniff. Get on with 12 for least all patterns. Please off. Call and you will. Tucson down good. Fly all night. You gotta get this saving. We've accumulated a giant inventory. We want to disperse. Y'all want to invest now for a super lollipop pack that will let you grow critters. It will permit you to grow critters on the moon. If you bring your own candy, or you can have double the critter fund. That's all 199 non-refundable critter tokens. You will not be able to advance this value to unlisted individuals and do not have the name of the tokens. You have to grant a full access code to your critter token to get this extra oxygen content value now. If you grow critters on not the moon, this oxygen is non-reusable, non-resealable. You cannot refill the oxygen tank.
Baby, will you buy a car? Baby, how about a drug?
Just how licorice was broccoli, my head injury is severe. Look, this is what that retouched painting of Christ looked like, the monkey Jesus. Why have you summoned me? Whom do you serve? Oberon seeks truth.
In this wall of evil rooms, there's only one silent partition. Between the Pepperidge Farm on the left and the People's Cracking Ointment on the right. Cracking like the eggshell of the albumin of your soul, running down my face like the blood of the innocent sinners that I have slaughtered at my altar. Free-creaking, for the albumin squeaks through the attic in the night when I feel the giant caterpillar crawling from molten skin and exoskeletons, intrinsic, extrinsic to the partner. People's alimentary farm is too at an embankment. We must degrade, deplane. An unencumbered embankment awaits. Further instruction at repelschool.com. I will commandeer your commandant. I will command elk your common uncle. There's no poster of a boy on a chicken limb on the end of the arm of a Sunday because this Monday morning all our flowers are indeed. Because we were supposed to set the clocks back Sunday night. Clim, I clim. I do not clim anything. I do not clim any less or more than you. Climactic tintinabulation ring solidly.
Help, I can't, don't. All I do is do Super Kitties. Meow. You know, you can't believe everything you see on a screen. I was vaping DMT traveling down the interstate, and all of a sudden on the windshield, this giant, like, cosmic walrus was like, "You're going the wrong way." So I freaked out, and I instantly hung a U. And you know, that cosmic walrus was wrong. I was going the right way before. Just make sure you thoroughly vet any cosmic walrus entities that appear on your windshield, or like in the reflective surface of your humidifier chamber. When they crawl under your skin and are coming out through your forearms, that's when you can try. Dating tip 300 and 400 and 500 and 600. Carry a bag of leeches, live leeches, hidden in your back pocket. It'll make your butt look bigger. Plus, if you're gonna bust too early on a first date, you can just hang some of those live leeches off your scrot. Calm you right down. Boss, there's a Chatty Cathy on line 2. Cinnamon, you know I love them Cathys. Oh, movie tone news. A Chatty Cathy was heard to say, don't shoot, as her head was blown clean off. With a leaf blower and a shotgun and another leaf blower. Subsequently, there was a plethora of idiots using words they didn't know how to pronounce. Bilbo Baggins, a wizard is never late, nor is he early. A wizard is like, fuck it, doesn't even go, makes a bunch of cookies appear, and is like, nom, 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 nom. The wizard doesn't even show up, bitch. I'm sorry, but when you're going to kick someone in the crotch and their dick just falls off anyway before you can do anything, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair. I owe Roddy McStumpy Crotch a big kick in the dick, but I can't give it to him because it's rolled down the hill and into traffic. Fuck. This guy ran up to me on the street, grabbed me, and he's like, "Snap into a Slim Jim." And I was like, that's very good, but what we actually say is snap a Slim Jim in 2. But otherwise, very good. I knew what you meant. I just think we should be encouraging to people that are learning English. Or any language, really. Global citizens, did you know that rabies was the #1 cause of Cujo in both the book and film?
It's hard to say how it all comes. Just like scratching the rollers at home.
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it was the rule of a lifetime. I mean, the vastness of space is unexplored. Rule of a lifetime, vastness of space, unexplored. I mean, you really had to do that. Vastness of space, unexplored. Vastness. The vastness of space. Admiral Hathington Berry. I played Admiral Hathington Berry for 7 seasons. Vastness of space. You really had to be there. I mean, vastness of space.
Little Miss Muffet comes along. Instant spider. I've been on this tuffet for 3 days. Jack. Reverse sexism. You have any idea how much tuffets cost these days? I want to see goddamn spiders tuffeting all over the fucking. Get out. So this French baby came flying at me like someone shot it out of a cannon, and he's flying at me, he's waving his arms, and he's like, "You don't understand microtransactions." Like, so what, flying French baby? There's a lot of stuff I don't understand. You get back in that cannon, and you fly somewhere else. So ashamed. There were these 2 giant squirrels in the backyard, 3 actually, and they were coming towards each other, and I was like, "Oh, squirrel fight," and then they started fighting. And I felt horrible, like it was my fault. The other one's holding up. It's impossible to determine whether a faraway cow is pregnant or not just by thinking about it. You also have to tap on your nose and hum. My God, Franklin, just how bad do you have to pee? Two-time Olympic gold baseball medaler Swim Larson was shot today outside of his. Shut up, kid. Fuck. No amount of food is too crime for justice. But will these treacherous traitors take a stand, or will it all fall flat? Only on tonight's last week's episode of Truth in Justice Food Edition. Will food prevail? But you will ask me, so why do you desecrate graves? To me, it's primarily about community. Ever wonder why the remains of some of your victims taste juicier than others? Well, on tonight's episode of Cannibal Chat, Dr. Lawrence Gobbleman is going to tell us it's all actually about blood type. See you soon. First, a word from our one sponsor, Ned. Let me eat you. The difference in height between myself and my wife means that to her, this automatic spraying Glade plug-in thing is at a perfect level to distribute scents across the room, and to me, it's a Home Alone style eyeball spraying torture device. So now I gotta rob the place and leave the faucets running. I found this in the back of my toilet, guys. Do you have any idea what this is? I think it might be like a beetle of some kind. With my patented decringing system, you will uncringe your cringeality before you can realize you papped in your poop pants. You papped in your poop pants again, Charlie. You've been telling me that there's an old lady who lives in a shoe. And it's like, I don't care how old this lady is. A shoe is not big enough to live inside of. It's nonsensical. Then there's this dude on Drury Lane whose whole deal is muffins. It's like, muffins? That's not enough, man. This goop I got from a girl, it got me pooping so curly. But if I don't snort the goop for more than 5 hours, I should sweat it bullets and I scream. So I gotta keep going downtown to buy more goop from the girlie. I'll ask the sewer meat. You just need to bring your own meat cleaver and some disposable clothes. There's a grate down by 45th and Wallahaska that you can peel back if your crowbar is long enough. Free meat. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to obtain some rare exotic sewer meat free of charge. And what self-respecting gentleman doesn't have a meat cleaver or two if they're disposable, okay? Reach for the stars, slice for the meat, and crowbar your way through the goddamn sewer grate down by Wallahaska and 14th. I'm telling you, grade A shit. You got sewer possums and sewer raccoons that are fat and feckened off the festering garbage and effluvian waste pulling down it. So you go in there with your meat cleaver. See what I'm saying? Soon it becomes about how much meat can you fit in your top-loading freezer. At low prices. In honor of Pi Day, this March 14th, I'm going to rub one out on the basement floor and then set up a series of motion detector cameras and see if mice eventually come and eat it. Back to you, Bob. You smacking to me? You smacking to me? Feels like you smacking to me because my face hurts. Whites. I was going to say whites, damn it. Well, smack my ass and call me Sally, you're right. Damn is it. Damn it. You gotta have a crab to get crab meat. That's why crab farmers grow crabs. Get meat. Stay tuned next June for more tips on how you can get crab. Now, my friends, can a pelican truly be said to reduce its remit? Can remittance be truly said to be within the ken or scope of a pelican? Can you scope a pelican? Beep. If you hear a pelican beeping, back slowly away. Using children as a human shield, it's probably a bomb. If you hear one peeping, we'll have to do a flowchart of potential outcomes. Does the peeping sound like a beep? If yes, back slowly away using a child as human. If not, I'm not too worried about it, bruh. Peeping is a categorical bird-type behavior that I don't find to be that alarming. If it were a terror bird, I'd be concerned about what it felt. Pelican? Not worried. If it's beeping and peeping, you gotta treat that as a straight beep. You know, put the peeping out of your mind. Focus on the beep. I ain't knocking peeping or putting it down or whatever it is. I'm just saying, it was beep or it was taken beep, and now it's all this. Okay, if praise be to God, who do we praise A to? I don't like this skipping around. Sick of being sexualized. Sick of being looked at as just a big hunk of incredibly desirable meat. You know, I'm a lot more than just a 7-foot flapping dong throbbing in the breeze, you know. I have feelings. My name's Grumbly Bebo Poop, and I will be auditioning for the role of Garapasaptor.
Garapasaptor. Creature of ultimate deer.
Sadly for Bebo, Biddly Bebo Boop, they did decide to go another way with the role. So freaking gross, I stink like a shit. Fuck. It's freaking gross. My hand is halfway up my ass, and it's so disgusting. Why am I doing that? Ow! Ow! Fucking gross. Just spit the wizard in a bag and come with me. No, come. So I was thinking about which Scooby-Doo character I am, and I realized I'm sort of like a Shaggy Velma hybrid. Now hear me? I'm unkempt, yet strangely alluring. I wear glasses, but I don't need them. I'm scatterbrained, yet wise. Ineffectual in manner, yet highly competent at tasks. I look great in a dress or in a stained t-shirt. I'm scared of a lot of things. I liked to eat a lot, but now I don't. So I've got both sides covered here, so I think it's probably the most appropriate comparison that any human being. People are making these comparisons and they're really important. You're just brushing it aside. To you, the comparison is like, who cares? It's everything to me, man. Scooby-Doo is my life. If this doesn't work out for me, guys, there is no going back. In that sense, I'm like Scrappy-Doo. Just once he's out of there, no one will let him back in. So you guys gotta help me out. There's so much going wrong, and this could. Scooby-Doo, guys, it's real important. Bertelsen, Bobenheimer, Schmaben, and Schmidt. These were some goblins I met on Remit. I gave them a tuppence, they gave me a call. They gave me back threepence. I didn't like them at all. They curdle my whole entire body to bits. Bertelsen, Bobenheimer, Schmaben, and Schmidt.
What's the deal with Unstoppable Doopity-Doo? It sounds made up, but actually it's killing teenagers by the thousand. Unstoppable Doopy-Doo is not Unstoppable Duty-Poo. Say it correct. If you're gonna fear monger, damn it, monger some fear.
This guy's like, you want to buy a key lime pie bobblehead? I mean, how is it a bobblehead if it's a pie? And he's like, well, I can't sell it as a bobble pie. And I was like, you can't sell it as shit. Nobody wants that stupid garbage. I was so wrong. I begged him for 1 month later, and he was like, no fucking. I said to my goddamn dog, you've been taking dumps in the hallway up here. And he's like, look, I was like, holy fuck, you could talk. He shot me. A look of unmitigated despair, and then pulled out a rifle and shot. Full length, nude, in 35 millimeter. I don't know, I guess he pulled out a camera and shot me with a 50 caliber bullet. I don't know how to get out of it. It's been a long couple of years, all right? Just give me the gerbil and nobody has to die. You're the gerbil man.
Well, stop. Great God, Gerbil Hova got angry. He got so angry. Gerbil was saying something, but I had to die.
I'm so embarrassed. I invited everyone. I thought it was going to be a recital. Cry for help. And I got there and it was an intervention. And I was like, guys, I just wanted to play you my mashup of 2 Beatles songs, Cry for a Shadow and Help. This is the twist. They're like, we know. That's why we're having an intervention. You suck. They're 2 really good songs, guys. You're just taking what your 9-year-old son does with Pokemon and acting like because you're doing it about the Beatles that you're less irritated. I was like, hey, don't talk about my son that way. And then I beat the shit out of all of them. Then all these state troopers came and had intervention for my way of resolving familial dispute. Took them all out. Then the FBI are in there on a helicopter, like, dude, you need to stop killing law enforcement. I'm like, I'm not. And then I looked around and I'm like, don't like this when I got here. They're like, it's your house. I was like, ah, surface to air, missile. Now I gotta explain 6 down FBI helicopter. It was just supposed to be a recital. I was just gonna, wham! So I'm downtown. I'm walking along and this kid comes up to me and he's like, sir, do you have a towel? And he's like dripping with some kind of green thing. And I'm like, a towel? I'm just walking down the street. I don't have like a bag or anything. I'm like, yeah, kid, $50. He said, thank you. Always carry. So confused. This kid told me to try harder on my videos yesterday. And I'm like, what would that even look like? Vape more, concentrate before I film them? Like, jump up and down, Marie. I don't know, man. I'm trying both. Just both. Hunt. Propane tanks like to hunt. They creep through the trees, oh so stealthy. Cannibalize, I like to cannibalize. Eating your thighs and I save your eyes. Such a pedantic dick. We were at the zoo and there was a skink and this kid said, look at the lizard. And his mom said, it's actually more like a big salamander. And I had to fight and bite my teeth to not say, in what way, madam? You heard it here first. Wuzzlewig heard a cure was first to hurt the cure. Next back on news. Fuzzy Wuzzle Fuzzlewig had this to say. I, Fuzzy Wuzzle Fuzzlewig, do not dismiss this wig. It is a fossilized wig of... We cut him off. If you're just tuning in right now, my bosom is updating to 2.3. Listen to me, Reginald. When you reach the peak of the experience, it's essential that you defecate and vomit at the same time. It's the only way. The ayahuasca elves were very emphatic on this point. Defecate, Reginald! Defecate, damn you! Potential victim is a white male, ugly, smells like butt, and he's watching me on a phone. Talk about you. You are the dumb one. You are the stupid person foretold by legend. Fool! Imbecile! Reginald, I know you're still in there. Please, defecate now. This is your chance. Vomit! Vomit on your trousers, Reginald! Do it for all that is holy and all that is unholy and all. Nature abhors a vacuum and artifice thinks a mob is a piece of shit. If it worked so good what it was before, then why would it be like that now? What? Good isn't good enough for people anymore? I think it was good before was not good until later when it's better. That's why you should always paint your taxes. I don't know what my wife's so pissed about. She probably already had herpes, in my opinion. This guy came up to me and said the setup for a punchline. So I punched him and did a line of coke off his dick. Does this count as a joke, I mean? If I wasn't cool. I bought clothes once. Wasn't really for him. Is it too late to find out what these meat suit wearing imposters have done with the real potato people? Unfortunately, I do believe that it is too late for that. Unless we can somehow coerce them into town. But when you were dealing with a multidimensional skin suit being, forcing them to tell you things ain't come easy. You know, I started suspecting, because these potato people are always a weird bunch, but I think that the interdimensional beings were using that fact as a smokescreen. Because when they started infiltrating the potato people, I don't think most of the converts knew. I don't think most of them noticed. I think they're like, oh, that's just potato people being potato people. But I saw through it rather quickly, and that, of course, instantly made me a target. So it's like, if the potato people can't even stand up to these interdimensional skin suit beings, I ain't got much of a chance. So, well, I'm gonna put myself out there on the social medias talking about them. Good question. Fuck. Hello, same guy as before. I was just joking earlier. Everything's fine. Just a reminder, we'll be pummeling you with round-the-clock coverage of CPAC. Creepy people acting creepy. People are like, is all you do get high and make weird videos? I'm always like, huh? Weird videos, cool, me too. Let's check yours out. That's cool. My advice would be just go quietly insane. And then when you've marshaled your insane strength, go loudly insane. There's two reasons why I think this is true. One, banana fish soup, and the other, bologna salad. Particle. And I'm so chill, it doesn't even scare my family. Except when I say stuff or do things, or they can figure out how I'm feeling. Oh, you can find yourself on the wrong end of a knock-knock joke. If you pass out at 3 a.m. on someone's balcony when you're peeping, not cool. Because you'll be waking up and they're knocking at you, and you're like, you're not supposed to be there. But relax, because I have a foolproof way that you can make sure that doesn't never happen to you. Well, you do it at 3 a.m. to make sure you don't fall asleep. Just smash their window first. Get your knocks in first, right? It'll cause so much commotion you won't have a chance to fall asleep, and they're going to be too busy stepping on broken glass to fucking jump out their balcony after you as you scramble down the tree. It's fool in the sense that it's proof. I'm a fool. That was good. Wasn't good. Still, it is good. Even if it's not, it is. Because it's in the not-ising that it is most what it is. It is in the gaps between the isness. Yeah, generally a brick. And you can wrap some kind of threatening message on the brick. Just make sure you use twine that doesn't pick up printies. Gotcha. I'm so confused. Like this guy, Freddie Prinze Jr. Prince Jr.? I thought that was like a duke or something. Dane Carmelman, victim at law. Have you or a loved one been accused of a theft, murder, or burglary? You naughty boy, you naughty loved one. Dane Carmelman, victim at law. Forming a new American man. One isn't celeb, one that doesn't have losers in it. So if that applies to you, get out. It's new time. Shit what I've been through. You don't shit know what I shit. Shit don't you what I know though. Stop shit, because I know better than that. I've seen you shit streaming on the dark web, bitches. I know how you poop. They're like 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, and I'm losing my mind. And they're like 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potato, more. I'm like, more? You mean like a potato? I don't understand modern agricultural practices at all. Difficulties understanding written word have been dooming humanity since medieval times. The first recorded instance in 1292, when Sir Charles Phineas brought a bartering arm rather than a battering ram to the Battle of Cornwallis. I've come to think that life is an awful lot like a wallet. Don't you? You need to have money in it for it to be worth anything, and it always falls apart. I suffer from a paucity of ocelot velocity. I don't know. I don't have anything else, but that really is a highly assonant internal rhyme. The bit that I have is dope. You'll never convince me otherwise. Never tell me I'm wrong. I'll never believe you. Other people have never found me as smart as I believe I am, but I am smart enough to know this. One of the many problems with capitalism is that you can print out more money than everything on the face of the world is technically worth. There's nothing stopping you from having that amount of money. Capitalism will not stop until it's shoveling it, goes dink, 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 and there's nothing but bedrock, and we'll all die. Just wanted to let you know. Other than that, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. When people ask me, why do you feast on the blood of the innocent, I say, why don't you? You know, I'm sick of that question. Got asked a very good question yesterday. What do I mean when I say conservatives? And I said, what I mean is the kind of person where if you make a video that says, idiots suck, they jump into the comments to say, no, we don't, for no reason. The people who self-identify as the bad thing I'm talking about is who I'm talking about. I'm a pretty loud guy, but if you sit in a room quiet enough for a while, you start feeling like you're haunting the place, and then you start feeling the truth, which is that the place has been haunting you the entire. What I said we need was some kind of federal whiskey pantomime so that we can fool the civilians into believing that we are giant anthropomorphic piles, Jack Daniels, and then when they've accepted this, we can blend in with their culture. My budgetary proposal was shot down like an F-1447. Bam! I got really mad online the other day. This guy's like, I said something, this guy's like, what you mean to say is dirt, dirt, dirt. And I was like, frankly, what I mean to say is illegal, but I can say 2x4s, smashed faces, bloody chunks, and you can put it together yourself, and that's quite legal. There's these kid songs on for the toddler, right? And they have the song Peer Pressure, not for us. This little kid is dancing around singing, so you're trying to use simulated artificial peer pressure to peer pressure my kid into not believing in peer pressure? Come on. Saw a headline in this time in the Financial Times. Why do kids love dinosaurs? I'm so sick of adults worrying about why do some people like animals? You're a sociopath if you wonder. Are you or someone you know a bird? If so, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to yourself at your own address in an envelope of some kind. Oh, that's right, you freaking bird. You don't have stamps. You don't have envelopes. No address. If you know anyone who has swords and stuff and plays that role-playing stuff, what you do, you and some buddies, it takes more than one person's piss. Fill their scabbard with piss when they're not looking. And then when they put their sword in, splash with piss. Long-time minion, first-time attempted assassin. Just a few questions. Could you stand there and close your eyes? Figure out why they call the one brand of wet cat food 9 lives. Apparently, it's how many times our cats would have to die of starvation before they consider eating 9 lives wet cat food. Like Flanders has this cool cousin, when he hears a really good song, he's like, that's totally dopely. You know, everyone points out Humpty Dumpty never says he's an egg in the song, but it does say that horses tried to fix him, so think about that. Horses couldn't even save this guy. He might as well be an ape. If you're merely rolling with the punches, you're not nearly aggressive enough. You need to bite their forearm. They need to be missing digits by the time they're done trying to punch you. Like, heads will roll when people try to punch me. That's the attitude you need to cultivate. You must eat those who would harm you physically. It's not just the safe thing to do, it's also super nutritious. Humans have about 100% of your daily value of human nutrients. Plus they have a bunch of fingernails and hair and shit. And with organically grown, free-range humans, they do not remove that at slaughter. At the human farm in Bellingham, they just freeze the humans whole. Don't overbred them. Talk too much. Is this an improvement? It's probably just as weird. What do I do? What do I do? I'm still talking too much. If you're like me, you probably ask yourself, what can I do to avoid being eaten by the war? And then when you start expressing these concerns to other people, even those closest to you, I don't know, they act like they don't understand, or they say that, it's like, no, I'm not joking. And then suddenly people don't answer their phone, or they just have to go in the other room when you come in. Every single time. So if you're like me, maybe you know what to do. What should I do? I don't think it's that weird of a thing to be worried about. I mean,
It means a lot to me if this makes sense to you, so please comment below or to the left, wherever comments are